Hello and welcome to Professor Herman Manura's channel. My name is Jadil Kibero here with Professor Herman Manura. Professor, subscribers still increasing. How are you?
Thank Kenyans for subscribing from within and without. Kenyans in diaspora, in Kenya, South Africa, where they continue to subscribe. And we are very happy.
Yes, we are growing so well. People are still joining.
We don't take it for granted.
Yeah?
No.
Okay, today we're talking about the president. He took a swipe at Deputy President William Ruto. He did. He said he should resign instead of attacking from within, going ahead and speaking about some of the things that he's in disagreement with his deputy, although he didn't mention his name, and one can tell it is the deputy he was addressing. Do you feel we're going to be seeing more of these moves by the president politically?
Yeah. This was the first time he was referring to the matter in a straightforward way, you know, directly. He has alluded to this in not very direct ways and or in a jocular manner, like at Bomas.
Passing the baton.
The baton for the relay, but that kind of thing. But this time he was addressing it in a serious way, saying this is a position and it's only natural that I would feel the way I'm feeling about it and see things the way I'm seeing, and that Ruto should just take a walk.
He was saying that I tried to bring all these leaders together, but the DP, for apparently reasons that he doesn't know, has decided to go the other way. Would you blame the DP? They agreed. They agreed that they will do this 2-month thing, and now he's bringing other people.
How would you blame him? How would you blame a woman if you bring another wife into the house? It's just normal. It's natural that. Because you see, it's obvious. Ruto was set to become president in 2022, without any doubt. Not even Raila would have beaten Ruto. It was so clear. Then the handshake happens, and everything just breaks down. So the reaction from Ruto is expected.
Oh, yeah. Would you say that he's now justified to do what he was doing now?
Well, justified, but in politics you do things, but you must also do them in a way that they don't hurt you. Some of the things he's doing could end up injuring him.
Oh.
Yeah.
How so?
Like, for example, the things you are saying about the president, let me tell you, today, so far, it is Ruto who is coming out the victim. You continue hitting at the president, it could change. People could see you as attacking the president, and he becomes the victim. You see?
Yeah.
So it's quite possible.
And then this is going to damage him.
Oh, of course.
But you also said
there must be a limit to what you can say about the president if you are Ruto.
You said that people are not in good terms with the president. So it's only fair for the DP to even himself isolate himself from the president.
Wanasema wewe kijana ukitaka kujua mbwa ina mwenyewe hebu ipige bwana. Even those street boys, when something happens to them, you see the owners coming. So you hit at Uhuru, the owners will come. He comes from people.
Oh.
Yeah.
Some of the things the president
will will vote for you. Yeah. They will even join you in attacking Uhuru. But there is a red line.
The president also mentioned that the dare to the deputy president to resign, and he's saying now it's time. If you cannot work with us, go away from us. Who do you think this will affect the most?
It is politics. Any move in politics has the potential to injure anybody. Ni kama mtego wa panya, waliokuwemo na wasiokuwemo. You can initiate a move against Ruto, but it hurts you more.
Oh.
Equally, Ruto is engaged in moves. Any of these moves could also hurt him. So when Uhuru says the things he's saying, naturally, you would expect they are directed at Ruto and they would hurt him for purposes of the handshake team moving forward. But things always don't work like that in politics.
Would you say that this shows that the president is unable to handle his government? When you see his deputy walking around, doing whatever he wants, going to public gatherings, even though the COVID restrictions are there, speaking the way he wants about his boss, would you say that he's unable to handle the DP and now he's just giving up? You just leave if you may.
A friend of mine called John giving examples that are very close to the people. If you have a family, you are a man or a woman, and when you enter into a marriage, your spouse has children before you marry, or a child. Then you also get yours. It is easier to hit yours than it is to hit the others.
Oh.
You know, you are sensitive. So the same thing applies here. The president is in a difficult situation akin to the one I've given you. Of you marry a woman, she comes with a child who is not yours.
Yeah.
You also have yours. Anytime you want to say about this, something about, you have to be very careful. Hata kama amekosa. You have to be very careful.
Because the mama might taking the child's side.
And vice versa. It could be the woman, it could be the man. The idea is, Ruto is not a man you want just to touch. Because there's so much Uhuru can do to Ruto. First of all, he can impeach him. It's not a big issue.
Impeaching the DP.
Oh, these numbers are there. I've told Ruto. But it will be politically suicidal. Very unwise. So he can't do it. As the president of the Republic of Kenya, he has so much power, he can bring this power, extra legal, extrajudicial, administrative powers. The force of those powers can be brought to bear on Ruto until he resigns. You know the president of the you saw Trump. I was doing some radio interview this morning. You saw Trump making serious moves in the most powerful nation on earth until he left office. He was still appointing ministers a week or so before he goes home.
Yeah.
So the office of the president is a very powerful office anywhere. And the powers of that office can frustrate you until you leave. So it's not like Uhuru can kick out Ruto. It's because of the consequences. Because Uhuru is the commander-in-chief of the armed forces of Kenya. You call them defense forces these days.
Yes.
This is the man, when the man in charge of the military is called chief of staff, chief of general staff, CGS, CC, whatever it is. That man, when he's addressing Uhuru, he calls him sir, sir. Do you know the man in charge of intelligence?
Yeah.
We all fear him.
Yeah.
The spy master. When he's talking to Uhuru, 2 sentences cannot go without sir. Do you know the IG? The man in charge of all the police in Kenya?
Yeah.
When he's talking to Uhuru, sir, sir. You know the man in charge of money at the central bank?
So yes,
these people, I'm trying to make a point that the president is a powerful office. If he wants to frustrate you, he can frustrate you. But the lingering question is, at what cost? At what political cost?
But you say the DP now is untouchable.
It is almost that way.
Because of the status he has put himself in. Nobody can deal with him.
He's a child you can't just discipline easily. Mama atakasirika. Hiyo nyumba hutalala, hutakula vizuri for a week or a month. So you be very careful.
Okay, the president was saying that we're trying to unite all these leaders, and if the DP wants, he can come on board. Do you think he's lying to himself or lying to Kenyans? Because
he's not lying.
the DP obviously cannot go with it.
He's not lying, but he's saying what you can only say. But he knows that's not true. How can you take yourself to the slaughterhouse? These guys are sharpening knives to slaughter Ruto. How can he join them in sharpening the same knife? It's not possible.
Where would you say then that the DP has gotten to this place where he can oppose the BBI and get away with it, oppose the president, get away with it?
He's a smart politician. Simple. Don't ask for anything else. Smart. And he has brought people on his side. So once you have the people, you can play around even with your boss because you have people.
So when it comes to all this power, smartness that he has.
And you see, Ruto has the people at a political level. At a mass level. I don't know whether you get what I'm saying. At a mass level. But this should not deceive him to mean he has the people up to the ballot.
Oh.
The two are different. The two are different. You can excite the people. They can even die for you. But it's not the same thing to say they'll vote for you. When the time to vote comes, other factors come in. People wake up from the slumber. They realize they are Kikuyus. They are Luyas. And this now informs how they vote.
Oh. And up to now, right now, you can say that the DP is probably having people that he doesn't know whether they'll vote for him or not. Or would you say that he has his cards?
He believes they'll vote. And he'll continue working hard to make them vote for him. As to whether they will vote for him on the 9th of August next year is an entirely different story.
Okay, the president also said that he should come, as I said, and have these coalitions with them, which is probably quite close to impossible. Do you think the DP needs any coalitions as of now?
He's saying he doesn't. That has yet to be put to the test. Because this is Kenya. People work together with kingpins. That's why Uhuru went to look for him. You get what I'm saying?
He knew he had the caliber.
Yes, yeah. So now he's telling us he wants to try a different game. He's re-engineering, according to his words, Let him continue. Let's see the results of that re-engineering, that you can change Kenyan politics so that you appeal to the people directly down there. You go past the Vigogos, their leaders.
Yeah.
It's a new game. Let's see how it plays out. Except my advice to him is that, and I've said it before, the people down there are never reliable. They can change. The masses change. I've given many examples. These people here, today you excite them, tomorrow somebody comes, they can easily change. And that's why it's more stable to work with the leadership that is a little more consistent than the people who can change anytime. That's why an MP can be very popular. A month to election, something happens and he's voted out.
Okay.
Because the people there, the dynamic nature of the voter, sometimes is not to be relied on.
Finally, what would you say is going to help the president deal with the DP as of now?
The president should not bother with the DP. And even that one of yesterday, I didn't like it. And I've advised Raila in one of these videos, and the president, leave Ruto alone. Leave him alone. Just beat him in an election. But before you beat him, you must work in such a way Kenyans can see you moving towards beating him. So that you don't surprise Kenyans in August you have beaten him. They will not believe. You must make people see that you are beating Ruto. Then 2022, you beat him. The starting point is to leave Ruto. Don't attack Ruto. Leave him do his things. You do your things.
The BBI was quite a win for him.
So you do your things, leave him alone. But if you follow him, he will drag you down and you will not come out looking good. So that's my advice to Uhuru. Leave Ruto alone. Even yesterday, you should not have talked. Let him do his things. This is a child you can't touch. Amekuja na mama yake, atakuharibia boma yako. Mama atakuwa na hasira. Leave him alone. You do your own things. Manage your campaign. Look for good advisors. And like I've said for Uhuru and Raila, apart from good advisors, they need to look for the question of this election. They have not come up with that question. The question of this year's election.
Ruto has come up with a question.
Yes, with the hustler and the bottom up.
Yes.
That is the question of the election. They must look for theirs. They have not come up with Kenya Moja, hii one unity is good but not good enough to counter Ruto's narrative. So they need to come up with good narrative, create a campaign question for these elections, and have good advisors, do good messaging, leave Ruto alone, and inject some resources into their campaign.
Inject some resources. Okay, we actually did a video on that, injecting resources into campaigns, what Raila Odinga should do for him to win elections against Ruto, because clearly Ruto is quite ahead as of now. Until we have these conversations again, thank you so much for subscribing. Asante Professor for coming through. My name is Jadel Kabiro. Make sure you subscribe, like, join, comment, and go ahead and share the videos. Until we have these conversations again, goodbye.
Bye-bye.